Hello, my name is Cosette, and I am the Communications Instructor at the Faculty of Nursing at the University of Manitoba. This presentation, Getting Started on a Literature Review, What is Analysis and Synthesis, is the first in a series of instructions about how to write an effective literature review. What makes a literature review unique from other scholarly writing assignments that you may have done is the extent to which you will analyze and synthesize the multiple sources in the literature on your particular topic. So let's take a look at what is analysis first. Analysis means that you're going to consider the parts, the pieces, the reasons, or the steps in your topic and look at how those ideas are related. In practical terms, this means that you will read through the extensive literature on your topic or the available literature on your topic to look for patterns as you read. These are some examples of the kinds of patterns that you may look for in the research literature. Take a moment and have a look at these questions. In other words, you are going to read through the literature with the purpose of exploring the body of knowledge available on your topic. These questions will help you to discover what's known, what's unknown, what's still controversial, and what kinds of criticisms may exist about your particular topic. To sufficiently analyze the literature, you will likely need to read your sources a few times, possibly several times. In other words, to analyze the research literature, you need time to read, to think, to process the information, which is a good reason for not leaving the analysis for the last minute or even to a few days before the paper is due. Allow more time for analysis than you have in other types of scholarly papers. While you're reading through the research literature, many students find it helpful to have a strategy. For example, you may highlight similar ideas in one color across the different sources. You may create an outline of the key ideas within a Word document and then sort quotes and paraphrases from the research into these categories. You may draw a chart, a table, but having a way to organize the findings as you discover them in the research literature helps you stay focused and helps you avoid getting sidetracked on tangents that are not really related to the purpose of your literature review. Only when you have sufficiently analyzed the literature on your topic are you ready to write. And synthesis is part of putting it all together in sentences. Synthesis means to combine a number of different pieces, in this case ideas from the different sources in the literature on your topic, into a whole within sentences in your academic paper. In other words, synthesis is about concisely summarizing and linking together different sources to review the literature on your topic, to make recommendations, and for some assignments to connect your practice to the research. Let me give you some examples of synthesis. Here is a poor example of synthesis. Read through this example and see if you can determine why. The problem here is that many of the different authors on your topic are essentially saying, or nearly essentially saying, the same idea. A much more effective example of synthesis would look like this. Much of the literature claims that student motivation increases when tasks are meaningful. This is the root idea in all of these different sources. Therefore, it is the writer's job in preparing a literature review to summarize the general trends or themes available in the literature on your topic, to compare similar findings, to contrast dissimilar findings, to point out any holes or gaps in the literature, and in some cases, to link the literature to one's practice. For additional resources on what is analysis and what is synthesis, as well as examples of literature reviews that students have successfully completed in our faculty, please consider looking at the University of Manitoba Faculty of Nursing homepage. First, click on Information for all students. On the opposite side of the page, click on Help from the Communications Instructor, and then select the category Writing a Literature Review, What Do I Do?